What the hell is going on? Good evening and welcome everyone back to another episode of Superfed TV Presents REBBL Action. I'm your host, Superfed TV, covering the REBBL round of 16. And yes, my mic was muted. I am joined today by Luminous Light Lumi. How you doing for the second time?
I'm doing good.
Good. Welcome to the channel. And also joining me from the Big O is Synergy. Synergy, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm slightly more awake than the last time we spoke.
Nice. Good. It's good. The second, the warning shot, I guess it was, that gets everybody together. So, yes, we are covering Gloom and Zoom versus the Doomed Witches. There are only a couple matches, yes, and oh god, I just realized there's spoilers on that page, so I'll quickly get off that. But let's take a look at Gloom and Zoom's team, coached by Fiction. This is a team that inspires many angry shaken fists at the screen. All of the wonderful stat ups and development. 2130 necromantic team. That is pretty beefy. Lumi, why don't you run us through this team? You've got the most experience playing against them.
Yeah, I played them back when they were in the playoffs back in Season 5, and they were far more beastly than this, but they still had 2+ strength werewolves. But yeah, I think that's probably the key to this team. That Ghoul Prompt Pain is a really new addition. He did not have that for much of this season. At least when I played him, I didn't play against this Ghoul. He's certainly a master at rolling the stats.
Yeah. And this team is the creator and founder of the Golem tax, keeping his werewolves alive by paying the iron price on those golems. But these golems are still healthy and fine. Not quite the Blodge golem that he had originally in Hindered Dejection, but close to it. And Sluggish Horror is just 1 SPP away from leveling and maybe getting a strength up or something crazy. That definitely could be a thing. A lot of guard as well for a Necro team. And Killer White and Catatonia momentum. So plenty of opportunities for this Necro team to throw its weight around. And even though there is an Agibust on Quicker and Forebodinger, he's still a reliable ball carrier, but I think now we're just going to see the Ghoul Prompt Pain doing all the ball carrying from now on. So let's go ahead and take a look over at Jape and Z's team, which is a bit newer. This is their second season, if I recall.
Yeah, that's correct.
Where are they on the list here?
They're on page 4.
Page 4, yes. Right there. So, the Doomed Witches. Why don't you take us through this one, Synergy?
Yeah, so Jape was pushed into Division 2 of Big O after his first season and finished second to the Underworld team. G'day, Nick, after some interesting games. Obviously, the big piece out is that Agi 5 Leap Blodge Step Blitzer. That is really going to hurt. But that does take him down 200k and might mean that he picks up a Wizard. But other than that, it's Blodge all over the place and Blodge Step and Tackle, and yeah, it's just a real shame that Blitzer Agi 5 Leap is out because he's probably going to need it.
Lumi, would you take that Agi 5 Blitzer over a Wizard, or would you rather have a Wizard in this matchup?
You're going to be very hard pressed to knock down any of his ball carriers normally. And he has the ability to grind you down. I think the plus agility leap, you kind of want both. the wizard and that, because that leaper is very good at retrieving. But I don't know. I think he probably would. I'd probably prefer the player over the wizard because the wizard is dice.
Right.
You could just fail, and then all of that cost is gone.
Yeah, that's fair. Other than that, is there anything that stands out to you? I mean, he's got a lot of strength skills on this Dark Elf team. 2 guard line elves,
Yeah.
2 mighty
I was just
blow
about to mention.
positionals, and yeah,
Those
it's
doubles are very nice and might come in handy.
pretty beefy.
The Dauntless is probably going to come into play, certainly.
Yes, the Dauntless Mighty Blow Blitzer, I think, is going to be the most important player for the Dark Elves to keep on the pitch. You know, keep the Apo for him. Maybe the Witch Elves as well. I guess I haven't watched. I've played against Jape a ton on the CCL. He just is always on when I'm on. But I can't say I've played or seen him play this team a whole lot, other than the couple of playoff games. So I'm curious to see how he does with one turning with his Witch Elf. That's certainly a factor in this kind of matchup where it's hard to stop Fiction from scoring, so you have to find ways to outscore.
The games that I've seen Jay play through Division 4 last season and Division 2 this season, he generally plays the same. He's quite aggressive and will go for a quick score, and it's quite hard to stop his 2-turn score. So we might see a pretty high scoring game.
Always
and I think he has the highest Dark Elves at the moment on CCL.
And that's probably true too. He plays Dark Elves exclusively, so got a lot of experience with them. And I mentioned this on the Hipster cast, where Hipster's the screening elf, and usually pretty passive play. Jape is the extreme opposite end with plenty of cage diving, lots of dice, making I would say a lot of basing, making you roll as many dice as possible while also rolling a lot of dice and just relying on his superior stats to win the game. And he's got a lot of skills too.
Yeah, Jape is not afraid to cage dive on a 5+.
Not at all.
The game is live though,
Yep.
so
Popping over that right now.
Jump over. They've already kicked off, but I'm sure you will rewind to the very start.
Yes. Crowd already calling for surfs, so we'll see how this shapes up.
There's a lot of sidestep, but there's a lot of frenzy too, so.
It's true. The sidestep may stop a lot of serves. Just having a look at the inducements there, Jape has picked up a wizard and a babe.
Not surprised.
All right, all the way back and going from here. And it looks like he is defending first as well. Yeah, Jape won the toss. And is actually on offense first.
Elected to receive, okay.
That's strange.
I don't imagine he'll be able to get much damage, but maybe he's going for a quick score and then hoping to turn it over and go up 2-0. That would probably be my guess, if anything.
Just barely winning the fan factor, Gloom and Zoom.
Yeah, I don't mind the quick score and then possibly looking for a quick wizard while he's got his full team before the mighty blow of Gloom and Zoom fires up. A lot of that mighty blow has tackle to go with it too, so his blodge isn't as strong as it could have been or was during the season.
Yeah, you just missed it. His most valuable blitzer, the Agi5 Leap Blitzer, is MNG metal, so that's how the 2200 Dark Elves became the 1900 Dark Elves, which gets 2100 Necro. Gonna be a little bit
200k piece, that AG5.
Yeah, and he spent some bank, I assume, too, to get that babe. Extra reroll for Gloom and Zoom. Good start. Fan Factor is helping him out there. There's a coach assistant on the Doomed Witches too, so just barely getting
The
that
winner of
reroll.
this game goes through to play Gerber. And that's a G-Man coach, and we've got Big O versus Ariel today, so all three.
I don't know. If I had to give a guess, I'm pretty sure Gerber would be more scared of Fiction than he is of. Well, him, Fiction and Gerber have history, so.
They do.
And Fiction's team is far scarier than it was back then.
Yeah. Well, that was season 5, wasn't it?
Yeah?
I'm nervous for that witch elf that he left there, relying on not dodge, protection on the surf. But we had the dodge that mattered first, and we are into turn 1 for Gloom and Zoom. And I might expect to see the white blitz the guard elf here, allowing the werewolves to get pressure. That's exactly what we see. No knockdown.
Do you think Fiction will be okay with an early score from Jake?
Most likely.
I think he'll be fine. The only thing he needs to worry about is generally he sometimes leaves his ball in vulnerable positions. But with these ball carriers, the only thing Jake could really do is probably Wizard.
We get a quick foul out of him onto a very skillless line elf. KO for a send-off, and that is a bad trade.
Fiction still has 2 other zombies on the bench, though.
KO on a rookie line elf versus dirty player wrestle zombie. Blitzing again, the same guard zombie. The zombies are immortal, so this is kind of a flawed strat from the beginning. We do finally pick up the ball into a pass play. And that catch fails, so we're blowing a quick reroll.
Yeah, Fiction lost to Dark Elves last season into the playoffs. Lost to one season Dark Elves. So.
Yes, rock lobstrosity. Fiction paved the way for that one. Or deep, deep run.
And with that, we're pretty much at live, right?
Yes. Elves just about ending their turn there, making that final dodge, and we are on to turn 2.
Turn 2.
Yep. Perfect.
Alright, so let's see how Fiction will pressure him. It's going to be pretty important how he positions this, so he can force a bunch of dodges. Try to make the score difficult, at the very least.
Would you consider just taking out that other rookie line elf on the side and kind of separating the elves? Doesn't look like he's doing that, but...
Yeah, he's going for the guard lineman.
Yeah, they're just
Finds it
both
up
going for
second.
the same 2 guard pieces. They're just trading back and forth, blitzes, with no damage.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a score here.
Interesting decision to base this wolf up.
Yeah, I was just having a look at that.
I'm pretty sure this is surfable with couple maneuvers.
I think he's going to make it more difficult. He's going to put the guard left corner and probably put the ghoul over onto the left side of Altharni, if I had to give a guess. Or no, never mind. Needs one more player to make it difficult for the Witch Elf to get the blitz.
The
But the
strength
guard
four
being
probably
there is
gonna
going to make
save
it,
him.
yeah, it would be difficult to get the surf here. With half dice.
And his guard lineman is tied down to stop any shenanigans there. These two legendary wolves, though. Beastly, aren't they?
Gnanik, yes, on the Andy Davo rating scale, it would at this point be probably a 4 out of 5 Andy Davos to surf that wolf. Mighty Blue
So is he
has
going to
done
go for the
nothing here.
score, or is he just going to run here?
Well, he can't now
That
because he
blitz
blitzed.
on the kick
Well, I
phase.
guess, well, good still, I guess, but
Dodge pass. But yeah, it looks like he's in a cage or screen on the right side.
yeah, the Necker team gave him, you know, the entire half of that pitch. Got enough movement to get over there, protect the ball, and I think he's just got one semi-risky dodge here with this guy on the golem with no dodge skill.
Oh, tackle, doing a thing.
Earned a second early reroll here.
He's rolled a few ones on those dodges, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that puts
First
the Witch
turn.
Elf in a vulnerable position.
We really have to make this dodge next. Yep, and there is the punish.
Ooh.
Another one. So many ones out of the gate. Considering that
Can he
was
get
them out
some hits,
early.
too?
turn 3. Yeah, there's going to be definitely some return punching.
I think some comments have been made about Jape's 4 rerolls. Right now, they're looking good.
Well, yeah, he runs 4 rerolls, and he also has, you know, coach assistants and cheerleaders. So he likes his rerolls, gets value out of them.
Oop.
Kind of surprised you'd blitz from that way. You could. Oh, yeah, he's got sidestep. It doesn't matter from which direction.
Doesn't find it this time.
I like the choice to block there and give him better positioning.
Yeah, so both Witch Elves are scoring threats right now.
To GFI here.
I don't think you get very much for it. And
Force to dodge, a blitz.
Tackle on the ball.
you've got so many other players you should have moved first if that was what you were going to do.
It's true.
And he has got blocks still to take. Not that they'll do anything, but, you know. You just want to at least throw out the good dice before the bad ones. But he can't afford a reroll. He's sitting on 4 himself at turn 3, so if he wants to chuck some dice to mark this ball carrier, that's not a terrible thought. I think he actually got in the way of the white being able to do that. Risking.
Helps to do the 1 die, yeah.
Well, I mean, and if you think about it, it makes sense because he would have to bring somebody out of position to get an assist there, and he's got the extra reroll. It's a 2+ with block. I don't hate that 1 die at all.
Yeah, it's not looking like an incredibly difficult score right now if he's going to try to push it. Dodge the Witch Elf out.
Pass it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3+
Or you could
pass.
hand it off to the Witch Elf. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much the same. 3+
Yeah.
pass and 3+ catch. You might as well get the SPP.
Right.
And you're farther down the pitch
I would
if you
say
fail.
you get way better field position for the failure state.
Alright, so I think we're going to blitz the ghoul here. We are going to 2-die blitz the werewolf instead.
He really
Godless.
hated to see that push. But the
Okay.
sidestep gets in the way here. I think it's still a 3+ pass if he wants to score.
Well, yeah, but from back there, he has to run around.
No, exactly. He's gonna have to run around, but
But I think he'd have to do a GFI for a 3+ pass.
risky dodge and tackle. We're not scoring this turn, are we?
Yeah, he's just gonna run. But this is
Getting
pretty
a little,
vulnerable.
little starchy here.
Could get the surf,
Well,
depending on
this-
how this shakes out.
Dodges from tackle first. Where's some safer moves? I assume the Witch Elf on the left is going to dodge as well.
Mhm.
It's a gain. Jake, pretending ones don't exist.
At this point, all the slow pieces of the Necro are out of position, so
Well, he can get a blitz on the ball if he gets a knockdown on the blodge step tackle blitzer.
He's lucky that one.
greedy way. Yeah, he went the greedy way with that, but
Yeah.
he did improve his screen by doing it.
And I don't think the Witch Elf, the Movement 8 Witch Elf, is within quick pass range.
Right there. No.
So you just need to mark these 2 blitzers, and then you could blitz the runner, and then maybe have a chance for retrieval. Oh, snakes!
Jeez.
Well, no, that was a one. He went the
no.
hard way again. He's being pretty greedy with these dodges too now.
Well, there
after-
really wasn't an easy way to it.
Yeah, that's
there
true.
wasn't an easy way on that one.
I think
But he
I would
could
have
have done
done
somebody
Yeah, I
else.
would have done one of the other ones. It's only a 2+ first.
But he did have the auto dodge. Maybe he just didn't want to burn the reroll, and then in that case, doing the 3+ dodge with auto reroll is mildly safer.
Yeah, true. 1-9 is better than 1-6. I just would have gotten away
So-
from the mighty blow hit personally.
Be curious to see if he tries to pass this one off. Well, it depends. If he can knock down the blodge stepper on the first hit, oh, we're just gonna go blitz the blodge. The blodge, yeah. The mighty blow blitzer here.
Well, and he revealed the dauntless, so we know that is the priority. And finally, we see a POW onto one of these blodgers.
Yeah, he just needs to roll something, and there he goes.
So, are we a little bit? I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't go for the hit on the ball there.
Unless he
Well,
removed
so-
that blitzer, he
so-
probably wouldn't have been able to get a hit.
It's not
Because if
gonna be
he
easy.
had gotten the knockdown on the second frenzy hit, even if you had marked this blitzer to make it not a 1-die, he could sidestep into the place you would blitz from.
Yeah, sidestep was hiding behind the panels for me. I've missed that. So yeah.
He can still make this actually pretty difficult, depending on how he wants to mark. And how much he wants to pull in. If
Yeah,
the
so no marks yet.
ghoul comes in,
Yeah, I imagine the ghoul's coming in to put tackle on the ball, right?
oh, I don't like that. He didn't have to do GFI there, but
Well, if he wants to get the hit safely, and it makes sense to me, you'd have to mark this blitzer. You'd have to use somebody else. There's only, I think, only the really isn't a player that can get over there. I don't even think the ghoul could have made it all the way. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, still went
Yeah,
too
it needed
far.
GFI. Yeah.
Sidestep, pulling the wolf away.
Yeah, but no tackle's going to be able... Well, you can get the wrestle tackle on the ball.
Yeah, wrestle tackle.
And I don't even know if I'd put on the ball. Well, I guess maybe you would. Since you got that knockdown. I was thinking of basically putting it one space, basically just to the right of the white. So he can't just run straight through. And now that you have the other ghoul on the left-hand side there, I think it makes it
I guess
tricky.
Yeah. I guess you could do... Yeah, you could do 3+ dodge and place him in front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what we see. He goes all the way in March, too.
Ooh, might as well re-roll that, I would think.
Re-roll.
You could get even another one.
Yep.
And this allows you to sideline him, and I don't imagine we'll see a dodge there unless he's stalling for a turn.
No, that'd be a very late action dodge. If he's willing to do the 1-die, what do you even need to do 1-die? Yeah, I would do it as a 1-die. I would probably do the dodge with the blitzer Sultane, and drop him around and just blitz the ghoul. Clear the way.
Yep.
And that does it. Yeah. Double 2+.
Gets tackle off the ball.
Only other action I'd consider right now is something with that witch elf because she's free.
He might pass to her and run away to the corner. No, the wolf.
The werewolves could reach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one approach would one approach would have been
He's gonna stall here.
No.
yeah. So what he could have done is place the witch elf in the end zone, if in case you do snake the GFI, you might have a chance of her catching it.
Oh, then she gets surfed there.
Well, but she would have gotten surfed there with where he positioned him before.
Yeah, so when you have somebody free like that before you're going to make your score on dice, you just want to position for either, wherever the dice are going to fail, potentially, and snake. So it's either around the end zone, where she's going to be surfable whether she's in the end zone or one square off, or where you're making that initial dodge. And you already have the other blitzer there, so I guess I can kind of see why they positioned where they did.
The KO rolls for the Doomed Witches were good. Both of them coming back.
Big rolls, didn't even need the babe.
Totally worth buying that.
And that's the only dirty player on Fiction's team, too. So, again, I just think that foul was terrible on the line elf with no skills.
He won't be able to punish aggression, at least in terms of Japin's good players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have been of the mindset to save it for a downed bludger, right?
Right. Well, and there's just so many valuable players on this team. It's not hard to find a valuable target. He just was greedy and fouled the first thing that hit the ground that was in front of him.
Now, do you think Fiction will carry on the Rackle with the fear of the wizard?
I don't. He tends to play pretty fearless when it comes to his ball carriers. It's how you have a Agi 2 werewolf with sure hands.
Oh, it's such a shame, isn't it? The Agi 2.
That was on a wizard, wasn't it? Or was it just a normal hit?
I can't recall. Bull Centaur was made. I want to say it was a wizard. I want to say it was something like Mistakes or something late last season.
No, I'm pretty sure that happened. Well, it did happen Did it happen this season or last season?
I think it was like
I
the
think it would have
very
been
end.
really late.
Yeah, I think
really
it was
late
at the very
last
end
season.
of last season. Because remember, I was giving him crap about firing it and trying to train up another one in the devastation. I'm gonna have to look.
So this is Jape's first outing in the finals for in the REBBL. His team last season barely missed out on winning his leaded division. He was beaten by Tomo. And the reason why he was beaten is the last half of the season, or especially the last 4 or 5 games, he was just hit with so many losses. His team was basically torn apart. So his team could be a lot more than it is now if it wasn't for the amount of losses he took in the previous season.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, looking at what happened to Tomo in the playoffs last season, it was probably to his benefit and where this team is at now, development-wise.
This is true. I imagine Tomo, he's probably regretting. Ooh, that's an injury.
That eliminates the bench.
And
Oh,
another one.
Now
boy.
Jape is down 1 player for the rest of the game.
Well hit on the line. And this time the armor saves him.
Now I think he's gonna blitz the guard. Or no? Well, if he's gonna blitz the guard, he's gonna have to move the zombie out of the way, and put his mighty blow tackle werewolf in a vulnerable position. Speedomic pessimism. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure re-rolling that would have been really, really good, but I don't think the Dark Elves could have recovered that.
And Metal, I have seen the result of said game, but unfortunately that was at like 3 a.m. my time, so I have not seen the game.
Oh, you were right, Lumi. It was NPA's Elite Man Things halfway through the last season, this season. At the
This season?
Yeah, this season. That the
Okay.
Agibust happened. And I think that was a wizard.
This is an odd formation.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
A wizard's gonna make this fairly easy to retrieve.
I don't
It's
think
still gonna be
you do it
fairly
this turn.
easy.
I don't think you do it
Wait.
this turn.
What? Oh no, this... Okay, he got the knockdown initially. It could have gone really badly.
Jeez.
Oh,
3 casualties this turn.
Oof.
Big swing.
On the minus movement blitzer, still no Apo used. Eventually you're gonna start having to think about using that Apo on a badly hurt.
If only just for, you know, the numbers, because it is so easy to snowball once you get a numbers advantage. But I still don't think this is the turn for the wizard, even though it is sloppily protected, because you don't have any good way to protect the ball once you pick it up again, or
Yeah,
score.
or a scoring threat. You might want to put just 1 elf so that you can pick up and throw. At this point, you don't have enough elves to try to pressure and stop, I don't think.
He wants to try and even the number here. I like that choice, but we'll see if it happens for him.
Oh, gets the armor break, but just the stun.
done.
That would have been really interesting if that had stuck.
Jape is in trouble here.
Yeah, with this kind of style of play, of aggression, going down that many players this early, it's going to make it very difficult to for that kind of play style.
Oh my.
He's going to try to hit, but he's going to need a knockdown. And even if you get the knockdown, he's just going to stand back up.
Yeah.
In all likelihood.
With guard. And because you lost those elves, you don't really have, you know, an extra elf to spare for a scoring threat.
Do you go for the movement 8 witch elf now? Pretty vulnerable position. Right now it's a 1 die. You need to double guard. Or you could use the werewolf. But then you frenzy trap yourself into a 1 die.
I think you can go get the one on the left, the Dauntless Blitzer.
Yeah, that works too.
To me, that's still the most important piece, so... If you can get him to blow the Apo on him, or at least get him off for the drive, that'll pretty much ensure you score. And
okay, bringing the guards together. I'd probably block the guard and then follow up to eliminate its use on hitting Michael the Maimed Jr.
yeah, I would like Jape to play a little bit more patient. I mean, there's really only a couple turns left for Fiction to get down the pitch, and that's always one of the Necro their weakest, where they have their slow players stuck behind them and they just have to go for the score. Yeah, ball's not even going to be on his half going into turn 7.
Yeah, positioning for the fireball, but I don't know if that's what you really have to worry about. Granted, the Dark Elves don't really have a great sacker.
More pushes coming.
Yeah, you could follow this stuff. Otherwise, the guard could just reposition somewhere else.
Normally that
So
would be
we're gonna see
my
the Blitz
instinct as
leader
well.
here.
Yeah, here, just come the Blitz on the Dauntless.
Nice.
But normally my instinct would be to keep basing on that guard, but I think actually I understand why he didn't. Because there's not too many places that can go that'll actually be effective, other than right back where he was.
So Tomo's just popped in late and asking how things are going. Jape has got 3 guys injured in the previous turn, for basically LOS blocks and the blitz, and that's put him in a really rough position after a fairly quick score on his drive. He does have the wizard in hand.
Yeah, it's not a great turn to wizard right now.
Things are looking pretty rough for Jake.
We're going for that wolf.
Yeah, he's going to try to hit down the zombie, and that'll give him immediately 2 assists. Or he could just go for the Dauntless Blitz, yeah.
Finds the hit.
No break. This is going to give him at least one portion of the pitch that he controls, though. I don't know why he left that blitzer there, though. That I don't like. Like he's trying to bait the blitz on that side, I guess. But my problem with it is that it leaves the blitzer out of position for when the ghoul goes to the right side. So if you backed him up to like even right here, then he would still be effectively in the play.
Ops not to stand firm, that was a bit odd.
That was.
Yeah.
We freed up our elf, or witch elf. And again, he's really heavily committing to this left side, but I don't think that's the way that the Necro are going to go. But maybe they have to, because that golem got knocked over. Might just actually go right up the middle. If you can get the knockdown with the golem and blitz the witch, you can actually start.
No, the witch doesn't have sidestep. Yeah.
Start shooting players right up the middle. That seems like the path of least resistance.
Yeah, would like a knockdown on this line elf, which he does get. Should probably stand up, Speedomic Pessimism, and a Kriya Strat kick.
So he's moving this up because he wants to blitz the white instead of the werewolf. I would have much rather preferred the werewolf blitz because the positioning would be better, but this is going to be a little bit more likely to get some damage.
Tackle. Is he going to pile on, or is he going to wait?
I think he needs to protect his ball. He agrees.
Which he does.
There's that restraint. I would have actually liked the white. Well, it is jump up. I see why he's doing what he did because of the jump up.
So there's going to be a GFI that has to be done here, I think.
From the other goal.
Yeah. You have to do that first, otherwise then you block your own path and have to do 2.
I expect we'll see 2.
But yeah, if you were to fail the GFI with the ball carrier there, it would be very bad.
I would rather risk 2 GFIs and have my body fall in the right spot than risk the 1 GFI and 1 in 36 with my ball carrier naked and in the open and not quite scoring range for because there's no scoring threat, but still, like that would stop your drive.
Okay, so moving the ball now, just close it up. Otherwise, then the wizard can become very dangerous here.
I think the wizard still is, but I don't think he should use it because he doesn't have the scoring threat. Just stopping the score with the wizard is not enough value, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you're right. J-Penzi can't score here, so might as well reroll that. 2 turns, 2 rerolls.
Lots of extra
Marking
dodges.
up the witch elves. In Blanche we trust. Well, it worked.
I might dodge the guard piece out and go over to where the werewolf and the zombie are. Get a jump up shot on that zombie as well as another shot at the wolf. Oh, he just goes for the white instead.
Yeah, trying to get some pressure, force some roll for fiction on his last turn.
Finds the power. And so far, the armor for fiction has been holding up.
That's pretty standard fiction.
The only removal coming from the ref.
Fiction magic is two-sided. It has to do something about the Rackle Ghoul, and I think the witch is gonna help somewhat, but
Can still create a hole pretty easily.
the Rackle Ghoul is gonna be the first choice, though, just because it is sidestep dodge. But
Quicker and Foreboding is the other choice, but you need to chain push him free.
you know, I actually expect the white to be the one that he uses here.
But you need to fill both gaps.
Right.
So how would you fill the gap on the right then? It would be, well, you can still get the chain push. You got sidestep, you'll just sidestep up.
Cheeky little dodge out.
That's a
Okay.
dodge.
Ooh. Slots it in as well.
Slots it in as well.
Slots it in as well.
Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well. Slots it in as well.
Been a while since I saw a 4+ dodge on an elf team.
Like doing his best to make it difficult for Gloom and Zoom.
Yeah, that makes it trickier. You can still use the chain push to chain push Quick and Forebodinger up. But you would want to get the knockdown. Yeah.
Man, stop heckling the poor man. Don't heckle Metal because you're afraid of his Nurgle. Manus just wants a playoff ticket, and he knows the best way for that is to not have any Chaos or Necro in Div 1.
It would be a mistake to sidestep left, so
No,
makes
that's
sense.
a great sidestep position because it does make that whole side. There's no hole there. You can technically
Well, what you're probably
GFI
going to have
around
to do...
dodge. No, actually, it wouldn't even be a dodge. Wait.
You really just want to knock down Reese at this point.
Yeah. You just blitz with the white, right? Run your goal straight up.
If you get the knockdown,
you
you're going to have to do at
knockdown.
least one dodge. Yeah, he'll sidestep in the way, and you'll have to do at least one dodge. Unless you get the removal. You could palm it.
Feel like we can throw some more unnecessary dice before then. Punching the kicker.
Yeah, sure. No, maybe gonna blitz with the werewolf? Yes. No frenzy trap here. Gets the knockdown. I'm gonna should sidestep right.
Well,
Sidestep up.
Up blocks the hole.
Yeah, that's true because he
Just
stood
so
up
the
the
white-
white rather than
Exactly.
blitz him. Yeah.
So he blocked his own way. So now he has to dodge the other ghoul out in order to make room for his ghoul. Or make a block on the witch, but yeah, this is a surprisingly effective defense with fallen bodies because of the way that Fiction played this. And there he is, he's forcing to make the one die. Does make it
Which
successfully and bails him
Yeah.
out because Fiction
G5
magic,
to score.
Gets it. Speaking of Harringsword, I do wonder if he has already been working on the hype videos. I imagine he may have.
Certainly on the teams that have already locked, yeah.
well, we know he has. We found out on one of his streams the other day because he had the animations put on all, like me, what you do when you're recording things. Gotta get those
One of the
dramatic,
games was played very early
yeah.
before the round 32 was finished.
Gotta get those dramatic action shots.
Opting to put the runner on the line. Great target for the palm and white.
That is an odd choice.
Guess he wants to have his kicker. And wants to have his guard blanche.
I see the value in the kick. I don't know that I see the value in the lodge. In fact, I might even put the sidestep dauntless one, the one that doesn't have mighty blow or tackle. I might have put him there over the runner. Just because you can sidestep out and avoid follow-up hits.
That is true.
Nine versus 11 here. I imagine Fiction will just stall it out and score on turn 16 if you can.
The Wizards are going to be pretty pivotal here.
Yep.
Either prevent the score or steal and score, which is what you want to try to do, but you're going to need to have players to do it.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage blocks will be really foretelling in what we expect, or what we can expect from the Wizard, whether it's a steal attempt or if it's just a, hope for a removal on the Ghoul and make them pick up with some Agi 3.
Short kick.
It is overtime format. We do not see an extra reroll. Quick snap is the event.
Shabu, the Dark Elves, Jape and Z received in the first half. Opted to go for a quick, well, relatively quick 4-turn score, if I recall exactly.
4's right, yeah.
Whether that was an opted or kind of forced into it.
I think he wanted to score earlier, but he didn't want to roll the dice to do it.
Yeah, it did look like he was going for a 2-turn. But that option was sort of held off. You see the LOS blocks, and the first one is safe.
And the runner is safe for now.
A bit on the shot.
Get hit by a flesh golem, yeah, do the quick snap.
There it
He
is.
might not be safe after that.
Just stunned. You see the big guns coming for this guard. Fine elf. He really does not like it.
Armor holds.
This is a really good line of scrimmage to offset the terrible one last time.
One more hit coming in here on the Witch Elf.
The Mighty Blow Witch Elf, Althani. I can't pronounce it. Arthani.
Actually seeing where he kicked it, I kind of would have been okay if he put the kicker on the line instead of the runner.
Hoping for a blitz, just trying to kick it short.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Potential surf. Though you need to commit a whole lot in order to get it.
Yeah, you give up so much field position for it, but that is the Andy Davio style. If we were to see that here.
It's there.
Yeah, that's a 5 out of 5 on the Andy Devo scale, isn't it?
I don't know if it's a 5 out of 5.
No, it's not the whole team, but it is.
Maybe a 4 or 3.5.
Oh, we're bolting.
Oh, the wizard. Oh, well, screw the surf now.
It's recoverable. Not great, but recoverable. Only the stun there is not what you were looking for either.
Yeah. Gonna try to blitz the werewolf down? Use the Dauntless Mighty Blow.
That's an option. I probably would have tried to get the ghoul down personally, but I guess there's no good way to get tackle there.
Yeah, or an assist.
I just don't like this turn for the wizard, but he is, fiction is inviting it with.
Oh, Dauntless fails. You can't reroll that. Well, I mean, you could, but you shouldn't. It's the one. He does reroll the Dauntless to get the double foul. There's no reason to reroll that. You'd get the same dice. The same number of dice.
Oh, that's big.
Mighty Blow finding his way to get through the armor.
Yeah, I don't see a way to get this ball safe, though. You could
Well, the
punt
witch,
it.
the witch can run and punt, yeah. If you're gonna do that though, you've got to move other things first.
Yeah. Only the ghoul
That
could try to
removes
recover it,
two,
and he's
yeah.
not really that great.
No, I would base the ghoul with my sidestep dauntless one on the side, and then I don't know about basing both those though, but okay.
Yeah, I could plow the blodger.
Why give him the chance? It's not like that zombie's gonna do anything. And then maybe launch guard. No, I guess that makes sense. Easy
All
peasy.
right.
Roll a 6.
Acceptable.
Ooh, tackle! And he already burned the reroll.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's
But oh, no problem. We got it.
we're good. We're good.
Not a problem.
It was handoff. A tripping handoff.
It's an amazing handoff.
Gonna bring the werewolf over.
All according to plan.
Blood step.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get a frenzy trap.
Even when you do, man, just doesn't work.
And no armor break on the witch elf too. Jump up.
I don't know
Could
about
be as score as possible.
going there. I guess he's trying to
He
make
needs a
it-
knockdown. He
Okay.
frees up the werewolf. Yeah, now we're gonna see the blitz after KOing this guard elf.
rough.
And the elves are down to 8 on the pitch. If this blitz doesn't result in a knockdown,
Even if it does result in the knockdown, Fiction will have a pretty tough time actually getting it again. So
I think it's fairly safe to say we're going to see a knockdown here, and we do.
3 die and get the knockdown sidestep right.
And the
Stunning
other one
speak
catches.
there.
Called it. Classic elf ball.
He's out of range though.
Yeah, he's not. He's not a blitzer. He
can-
doesn't have movement 7
I think you can make a chain push play.
on the stand firm. And well, let's see. Yeah, you could,
I think.
but you'd have to do like a half die on the werewolf, or maybe. Well, you might be able to blitz the zombie. Yeah, that probably would be the approach. You'd use the guard, dodge in, and then you would use your witch elf to frenzy blitz to chain push.
That's not a good dodge in.
Yeah, that actually feels fairly decent. And then at the very least, you play for overtime.
Yeah, no, you definitely try to score. I mean, if you see a way for it, you would take it.
Yeah, so I think you'd blitz Kriya Strakic with the witch elf, and you'd need to get. Oh well, if you move the runner to base the flesh golem, it would have been better. Because now you can't really do it. Maybe he sees a different way to do it.
I mean, the obvious one is the red die.
Yeah, I'd like the frenzy one because you have two dies. That and the problem with the half die is that if you don't get a knockdown on the first one, which is pretty likely, you have to do it again.
True.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna run with it. Because if
Needs
he
to
had
hand off to that runner.
Yeah, he's trying
Was
to
it the
screen up
storm?
for it. Oof. The hardest parts. Oh no!
Oh,
No.
you gotta reroll that.
Jesus!
Oh wow.
He didn't move a lot of other things before he did that, and I don't like that.
Yeah, he
choice,
could have dodged the
especially-
blodger first.
especially the blodge stepper. And the
Or the
bottom
blodge
left,
stepper.
he's not even marked by the ghoul. That is a completely free movement.
Yeah, he could have just moved them. He should have.
I think the only reason he was saving it was maybe a blitz action, but
A blitz to free up the Witch Elf? Like a chain push 1-die blitz?
I don't know. I don't dig it.
Well, the Wizard's gone. If Fiction can recover this, it's going to be very, very difficult for Jape and Z to steal it back.
Yeah, it'll be classic Fiction to get a removal here and just pick up the ball into like a 4+.
Oh, yeah. Goes for the kicker. As fortunately a 2-die because he moved. Did he move the flesh golem?
No.
But yeah, it wasn't a frenzy trap. There's the token removal. Now where's the 4+? The 3+ or 4+ pickup.
This is so textbook Fiction. Your opponent makes a good move, fails it on dice. You get a removal right back on him and take the win.
So, do you pick it up with your ghoul? It looks like that's what he's going to go for, but...
Roll some GFIs.
Yeah, and he's going to be on the sideline too. So there is a chance of a half-die surf and whatnot, but I guess that's really high stakes, because if you fail that, then you're just getting cleared off the pitch.
I think you're getting cleared off the pitch either way.
Half-die surf. If you get the ball to bounce deep in his end, maybe Ruthothia. Yeah, token Fiction. And he just picks up the ball. Easy peasy. So you've got a couple options. You could try to go for a half-die surf. Or you could try to disengage and try to prevent it, but I think there's just too much time that Fiction has. Yeah, he doesn't need to pick up Chabu, but knowing Fiction, this is not a surprise. I mean, when you know you've got good dice like this.
It's just how his games go. Like, I'm trying to find an analogy for it, but it's like Pink Panther or something. Like something where it should never work, but it always does.
You did miss the Wizard Stubings. There was a lightning bolt, and J-P&Z managed to recover it, kind of.
1 in 36, the handoff. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Every single piece almost is marked by tackle. And with the amount of ones that Jape has been rolling, it's a tough ask from here.
Yeah, so we'll see if he's going to go for the risky attempt surf. It is really, really risky. If you do that, you're basically giving him a double surf. If you fail. Hasn't moved those players yet. Hasn't moved the runner, so...
God, it would be so tempting to pull that off.
Yeah, double 3+, and then you could block with the runner.
I think I would just have to go for it. The risk.
Yeah, if you get the surf and you get a good
scatter, I mean, the potential
yeah, you could
reward
probably
is just,
score even. You could score.
Yeah, it's just so much worth on the risk. The risk is bad, don't get me wrong, but the potential reward is just better than any other action that he's going to even get for the rest of the game.
Yeah, because Fiction's going to be able to grind him down, I think. Tackle. I don't know where this Witch Elf's going, but...
Not very far.
No. That would have been the scoring threat.
Oh,
No.
Oh, at least he has dodge there, so... Yeah, I think he might be going for protection, because that would have been your best chance for ball retrieval.
Man. Oh, of all the things, what was he trying to do?
I think he was trying to get that player over there to maybe surf. Like you'd blitz then with Reese, but I don't think that's the best way to do it.
No.
I think you're better off just trying to dodge Reese around the back of the goal and then just blocking with
Right.
the runner, even though he doesn't have block.
Right. No, that's
And if you fail that, then Galbian doesn't get surfed because he just falls on his ass, and it would take a lot of commitment to surf the mighty blow blitzer.
yeah. Doesn't seem like all the options there, but that was a very efficient one. It's just a lot of dice to not get anything.
All right. This runner,
Not long for the world.
yeah, getting surfed. And Zombie can even stand there safely and not worried about getting surfed from these witch elves that are now stunned. I'm just trying to see if he could do something clever, an Andy Davo surf to maybe surf one of the downed witch elves, but it would have been pretty difficult. Yeah, surf on the runner incoming.
Lives to fight another day. But, playoff chances for the Dark Elves are dwindling as each turn passes.
Yeah, so how are J Penzi's one turns?
We'll get a chance to see. This just goes back to all the way back to the kickoff and winning the toss. If you're gonna have to do a one-turn attempt as an Agi team, you're better off defending on the initial drive, because turn 8, you're gonna have a lot more players than you will on turn 16, and a better chance at getting the one turn.
Yeah, well, the main issue here is Fiction has 2 stand firm and 1 sidestep, so I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's not even possible if Fiction puts those guys on the line.
You can. You just have to, and it depends on how Fiction does it, but most likely, I believe he will put the sidestep right in the middle of the 2 without any spaces in between. And then you just have to go around from the other side and fill the gaps, and it's very doable.
Yeah, but you need to move up 3 squares, and you have to fill up every single gap as you're doing the block.
If you've got 11 and you've got 2 frenzy pieces, it's very doable.
Yeah, but he doesn't have 11.
Nope.
Tackle.
Jape continuing to roll ones.
I don't think you can reroll. Well, there's the last reroll. He's gonna be. Oh, at least that one has dodge, but it still fails.
Oh, so many ones this game.
Just roll snakes. Might as well move the ball carry out rather than try these blocks first, but
All these ones from Jape have made for a quick game.
Yeah, this is one of the faster ones on my channel. You know,
And
in true fiction fashion, I do expect there's going to be an opportunity left available here. But then you've got no rerolls left to capitalize on it, so...
you just needed to roll a double pow.
Yeah,
How
That and
different
prompt-
would this game have been
this
if the
cage-
Agi5 leaked?
the cage corner's open. It's...
Yeah, if the Agi player was here, you wouldn't have been able to get the sack on the ball like you did with the wizard. That and prompt pain, and will, if he does score here, we'll get a level up. So I imagine he'll just get plus movement.
How dare you? It would be an armor up.
It'd be an armor.
Tackle on the blitz, that. No, it's a bludge lineman. So.
That does make the ball a little bit safer, so... Or a whole lot safer.
I mean, you're gonna have to roll a shit ton of dice to get that knockdown on the ball.
And I think we'll see Jape try it.
You just use your tackle witch elf, jump up, make the 4+ dodge into a 3+ dodge, into a 3+ dodge, into a 4+ dodge, into red dice.
Yeah, I think you're gonna want to wait till turn 15, so that if you do get the sack, that there is a chance that fiction would fail to pick up. No blitz though. Or maybe there will be a blitz. Oh.
It was a blitz, it just didn't succeed.
Tackle.
He was going for it.
Gotta try. Honestly, your best bet in terms of sacking is going to be your Dauntless Tackle. And the Mighty Blow to hopefully get a stun. Force an Agi 3 pickup.
I don't think Jape's team would have faced this much tackle in the past. Probably the first time in the REBBL.
This isn't even like a super tackle heavy team. I guess it is 5, 4.
5. Yeah, it was
5.
a fair amount. 5. Something that Jape is missing is strip ball.
Sure.
I imagine his leaping Agi5 may go for that. I don't know.
Goes for the Witch Elf.
Doesn't get it.
Ops
though.
sees Juggernaut. Push him down. No follow though. Yeah, opting not to move and just wait. So do you pressure here with the hopes that you can get maybe a semi-vulnerable ball carrier next turn?
I think it's still all going to come down to a dive.
Well, it's going to come down to a dive, but there's really no good dive here. The only dive that I see is you'd probably have to go around the you'd have to go around Speedo McPessimism. That could give you a 1 die with Dauntless. Still a 5+ dive though. No pressure, just gonna do a very light screen. And get a mark on the ball.
good mark.
At the very least, it'll make it more difficult to move up the pitch if he
Yeah.
doesn't want to do the dodge. You're at least getting tackle. Still cannot do a 3+ dodge. Granted, the ghoul is in scoring position, but still would need to do a GFI.
That's the kind of thing that Jape would really need. You just go to overtime. 1 in 36 GFI. Or 1 in 36 red die. Certainly been
Or 1 in 36 dodge here, yeah.
there's certainly been enough ones this match.
If you 1 in 36 this dodge with the ghoul, which looks like he's gonna maybe do the dodge.
Yeah.
Either that or he's gonna give up the half die, but if he 1s in 36s it, JPNZ could score. And that would be it. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna dodge here.
He's really not setting up for the failure.
Yeah, if he fails this, it will be bad. We're talking 2+ dodges. 2+ pickup, maybe, depending on where this ball scatters.
About as all in as we can get on this dodge.
Yeah, he probably should have moved the ball carrier before moving these guys up the pitch. Oh. Yeah, I feel like this would be catastrophic.
It's not going to happen because it's fiction we're talking about, but man, it's as all in as it gets, including the white.
Well, white's kind of in a better spot to protect, but yeah, now the witch elf is free.
I saw the
And-
kick and I got excited.
Yeah, he was about to kick him. Yeah, it's going to come down to the dive here. In fact, it's not incredibly difficult to get a 1 die. You just need to dodge through tackle a shit ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 2+ dodge with the auto dodge. 3+, 3+, 3+, double GFI into a 1 die blitz. Either that or... Yeah, so will he go for the sack? Too bad none of the witch elves are close enough to get... Well, the witch elf could have maybe gotten a surf.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. I don't know what that accomplished. I guess
So
blitzing
trying to
the
get
ghoul
guard
and
on the
marking.
ball?
here we go. This is it.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh,
Ah, so close.
that was a lot of good dice.
Just did not get the last one. If he'd gotten the knockdown, he could have pushed him into the corner
A lot of
and
sixes
then
there.
probably gotten a good scatter, but unless fiction, you'd probably have to quad skull here. But I think fiction might even be able to get a 3 die here on this blitzer. So you'd need to see royal skulls, I think.
Not necessarily Warhammer Frog. He could have, if this did go to overtime, all it takes
And
is
he won
winning
the toss. Yeah, he could have had a good shot.
Yeah.
He still has a decent number of elves. He'll get one. He'll have the runner back who was surfed before. And the KOs could come back.
Casual power.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that, but Fine. In fact, these blocks aren't incredibly necessary.
Just throwing more cubes.
I'm guessing he's trying to fill the gap, but
Not that gap.
yeah, not that one though. Yeah,
He
this is
didn't fill the one that mattered.
okay. Here we go.
He didn't get it.
Dude, and he just passed
POW.
him anyway.
Damn POWs.
Now, barring there can't be a riot, so JPNZ is gonna need to find the one turn somehow. But I don't really think it's possible. If Fiction sets up right for it.
Yeah, even if he gets all 3 KOs back. It's a big ask.
Werewolf's back. And 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Probably not enough, but not bad.
He's got 8 elves. And with the sidestep and double stand for him, I don't think it's possible.
And guard all around.
Well, it'll depend on how Fiction sets up, right? Because if Fiction
Yeah,
does
so
this
Fiction
poorly,
should probably just do a back screen and
if he-
hide way in the back, because if he gets a quick snap, then there's the chance of being able to bring people down through Frenzy and getting the chain push that way. And it doesn't look like Fiction realizes that yet.
and
So I think JPNZ will have a chance with a quick snap if he sets up for it.
he did this against Hipster as well.
Yeah, and at this stage in the game, you probably don't even need to bring these guys in the middle of the pitch. You can't get a riot. So
Actually, I guess the one thing that I harped on in the Hipster game, he has already done better, which was that he had the zombies on the second square from the line.
he's on the second square, yeah. But if you get a quick snap, then you can still take advantage of it. So hopefully JPNZ sees that. He's gonna need a quick snap. A Krendor here would have made a nice meme. Yeah, I don't think Fiction would have Krendored it.
Not in the playoffs.
You generally only Krender something when you have the game in the bag, and it's not like you end up having to like not roll any dice for the next 3 or 4 turns before you score, and then you forget. All right. That makes me think with the way he's positioning that he will try to take advantage of a quick snap.
He's really not positioned for going after the sidestepper, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't even think it would be possible. Even if you rolled all pushes, all 6s, I don't think it's possible.
Deep kick as well.
Yeah,
Not
and with
gonna
that,
do
Fiction
enough.
will advance to the round of 8.
Well, okay, so if he... No. No,
There's no way. Even if you do frenzy the kicker up 2 squares, you still need to get the angle to hit him downwards.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So he could have done it, he just didn't position for it. I don't think.
Well, I mean, what would you do?
Oh, let's see what he's doing. But you could with no, he's just doing the POW. With frenzy, you can go like if you get a 2 push to get one push if you knock them out and then around. But yeah, it's a number of bodies.
Oh yeah, that is one way to do it. Yeah.
Right.
So if you double push here, and then you have the Witch Elf probably in front of Sluggisher or Horror,
right,
then you could push him and get one back. Yeah, it would have been really hard.
That's what I'm saying. I think he just would have needed 11 bodies to do it, but. Oh well, that's gonna do it. So Gloom and Zoom continues on. Fiction gets a hype video for the first time in third playoff appearance. So congratulations, Fiction, keeping Real One's hopes. Well, I can't finish that sentence actually. Again, but good on you, Fiction, for being the Real One superstar that you are. Dice wise, we got not a lot of dice for Fiction actually. If you look at the dice log, compared to Jape, which rolled an astronomical number in comparison, about 200 dice to about 50 dice. Not that I can count. And 36 ones is generally a bad sign. Or 67% dodge rate.
67% of dodges here.
Yeah, that's some poorly timed ones. That's for sure. Does not feel good. But all in all, I would say that Jape played well. He just didn't get the dice to cooperate when he needed them to. I didn't like the wizard timing, but he almost was able to capitalize on it in a big way. So that could have been significant. And I don't know. Any other thoughts, you guys?
No, I think one of the mistakes that he made was he re-rolled the Dauntless when he would have been better served on the after using the wizard. He did the 1-die blitz.
Right.
No, it was a 2-die blitz. But yeah, the 1-die blitz with Dauntless. And he re-rolled the Dauntless, but you have to think of it from the perspective that if you re-roll the Dauntless, you could still fail and only get 1 die. One more, you'd only get 1 dice. Or you could choose not to re-roll the Dauntless, and then you'd go for 1 dice, and then you could re-roll and get another die. So maybe he wouldn't have had to burn the re-roll there.
And if he did burn that re-roll and still got the same result, he could have used that re-roll on the dodge/GFI out of tackle before tripping with the witch. So, but it's still that was an incredible broken play. That just if the dice had cooperated a little bit better, and Fiction hadn't gotten all the knockdowns, would have been a game winner. So that is a thing. Plus the removals were pretty heavy, and a couple turns there stacked against those elves. So very well, very well.
And on the flip side, no removals against Fiction.
So we get a
pretty big,
huge rematch next round, the hype video round. We will be seeing Gloom and Zoom take on Maybe Orc Will Work, and that will be an exciting game. Can't wait for that. Hopefully they play.
Will Gerber get his revenge for Wolf Rider?
Wolf Rider is dead. Is still on the team as a trophy, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But thank you everybody for watching. Once again, I'm your host Superfed TV. Thank you for joining me, Luminous Light and Synergy.
No problem.
welcome.
Pleasure having you guys, and we'll see if we can't get you on again for another round as we move forward. But that's going to do it for me. I will end the cast here after we do the round of 16 video. Oh, the next matches, both are going to be played simultaneously. There's only 2 matches left this round. They are at 6 a.m. Pacific time, so I will not be watching them, but that is roughly 11 and a half hours from this exact moment. So you will catch those on Herringzord, and I want to say Steak Mittens channel, if you're looking for those. But keep your eye on Discord. But with that, I leave you guys with round 16 intro video. Have a good one.
Half the matches, twice the pain.
Oh! There goes the king!
The round of 32 was brutal, but it's not going to stop.
Oh. that's a dead tree. Natalia, the pole dancer, is dead.
6 from REL, 6 from G-Man, 4 from the Big O. But only 8 will get a hype video.
I mean, he has 5 songs. Now he has 4 songs.
No, there's the stubble skulls and the push. Oh, he's...
Oh no, you
No, what are you
idiot!
gonna do?
What the
All up 5. There he goes. And he won a 90!
Oh, strike me down with it. He's injured.
Oh, double skull! No!
That's not how you do it!
What the hell is going on?